Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here this evening. We are going to get our Music in Our Schools concert started 2 years ago, almost to the day. We had our last Music in Our Schools concert, and it was a very strange evening. It was at that point that we knew that the school was going to be closed after that following Friday, and nobody knew what was happening. Nobody knew what was going on. We were all kind of confused, and we were all just here to celebrate music, not knowing that it was probably going to be, it was the last time that we would be playing together for quite a long time. So we are so very pleased to all be here this evening, all of us, 5th grade, 6th grade, junior high, and high school band. We are so happy to be here and to play for you tonight. So tonight is very special for a multitude of reasons, and I hope that you will all enjoy your evening here with us. We are going to start our concert this evening with Mrs. Smith and the 5th grade band and 6th grade band from Westgate. So I'm going to go ahead and hand this over to her, and she's going to get us started.
Good evening. My name is Mrs. Smith. I'm with the kids that get to start and open up their instruments for the very first time, and it's just like Christmas, and it really is just like Christmas because they have to unwrap all of the little wrappings that are inside their horns and things like that. Or sometimes if they're borrowing one from me, they have to get all the yucky stuff that's out of the case. So either way, they're cleaning out their case. But it's the first time that they ever get experience with an instrument, and it's a very special time. And they all think I'm so nervous because I can't play like the high school. But I always tell them, I said they all were right there in these seats at one time also, and they said the same thing. So without further ado, we're gonna start with the typical Hot Cross Buns. That's always our first song that we learning our first 3 notes. So Hot Cross Buns.
Do not react. You're right here.
Okay, now that we got the first song out of the way, they feel hopefully a little bit better. So we're gonna just go ahead and go straight down. But I do need to thank a lot of people. Most of it's on the program. But I do wanna thank a special shout out to Megan Hernandez. I don't know if she's here. I think she's here. There she is. She kind of got us our uniform. So they look really great, don't you think? And also the junior high got their shirts too. Those were done by Campbell's Signs and Apparel. So we really want to thank them. I really want to thank my administration, Mr. Burson, and the teachers that are here to support me. There's several of them out in the audience. You guys can wave. So they're kind of helping me out. They're being my eyes, because one person just can't do it all. And they've juggled their schedules a lot, especially the last couple weeks. And so the 5th grade meets 1 time a week. They have a whole class together, and that has really helped us this year. And then they also meet for about 20 minutes during a lunch period as smaller groups. So there's the juggling part as far as this teachers go. So they don't get a whole lot of playing, but when they do, we try to use our time very wisely, and hopefully their work has paid off tonight. So here's Down by the Station. Skip It Blue. Hopefully it sounded a little bit familiar, a little play on some of the longer pieces that we know. In 5th grade, we focus on putting our instruments together. We focus on sitting up straight, and for a long time. We focus on breathing. It seems like they should already know how to do that, but it's hard, right? So they're doing it together, they're doing it as a group, and it is hard for them. It's used a lot of different muscles that they haven't used before, including facial muscles, to be able to play the notes. So these last 2 songs have used the first 5 notes, and all of them have mastered that. They do a check off in my room, so they've been doing that. They also learn things like concert etiquette. And so I've been telling them, like, they have a lot of concert etiquette things. And in your program, you'll notice that there's some concert etiquette things for parents and spectators as well. And so we like to educate everybody in music as well as listening to it. So I really, the test is about to come after they get done playing. So we'll see how well they do that. So our last song for the 5th grade is called Song of the Fjords. We have to switch over some of the percussion instruments. We borrow things, use the same class. We actually borrowed from the high school too, so thank you to the high school for letting us use some of your percussion equipment. All right, we need to get a little bit more ready because we talked a lot about program music, and program music is just when you get a picture in your head about what the music is going to be, usually by the title. The title of our first song is called Attack of the Garden Gnomes. So as we were in class, a lot of the students came up with their own visions of what that should sound like. And so go ahead and get ready, guys. I'll do the same thing. So mostly our trombone players back there had the idea of we should be gnomes. We should be gnomes and let them know. So I'm like, well, the music should speak for itself in program music, but we're learning, so we decided we would get a jump start, and so we colored gnomes one day, and it was kind of fun activity, but still to focus on the music. So see if you can vision our piece by listening to Attack of the Garden Gnomes. our last selection still goes on with program music. It's called Camel Caravan, but this time we practice it later on in the year, and we thought we could visualize it each individually by ourselves. So there's lots of different things that people thought of when they played this, and that's okay. That's what program music is. So, but hopefully you'll kind of see camels going through the deserts and things like that. Maybe hear some instruments that you haven't heard before. So this song was really tough for these guys because they're all playing different sections, but different rhythms at the same time. So putting that all together, they want to play what everybody else is playing. They think that's their part. So learning their rhythms was really tricky on this song, but I think you'll be happy with the way they put it together, and they really learned a lot on this piece. So without further ado, Camel Caravan, and I'm gonna go ahead and say have a good night because that will end our portion.
Let me hear C. Let me play the C. And then the D. Ready? Watch. Count. Don't take it too fast. Put your instruments down so you don't play them. No talking. No talking. No moves.
Rise to power is up first. Yeah? Rise to power is up first. You guys ready? No. You got this. This one's the best one. By far. You guys got this. Okay, so we are going to move on now to our 7th and 8th grade band. 7th and 8th grade band this year is a mixture of, I mean, it's obviously 7th and 8th graders, but it's a mixture of students that have been playing their instruments anywhere from 3 or 4 years down to, I actually had a new student join band just about 3 weeks ago, and she's doing a fantastic job. So it's been a pretty crazy year as far as getting everybody in the room and ready to go, but these kids have stuck with it, they have persevered, and they have helped each other a tremendous amount, and I'm incredibly proud of them. So we have 3 pieces that we are going to perform for you. The first one tonight is Rise to Power. Attention to what's happening behind me. Nothing going on here. Stop and focus on what you are doing. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready. we are. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready. Okay, so our final piece this evening is purely just for fun. We're going to play Louie Louie for you, and this is one of the original, very first rock songs that ever became wildly popular. So the junior high band is going to play that for you this evening, and we're going to have a good time with it. So please enjoy. Percussion, trombones, clarinet and saxophone. Everybody else. Ready? Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. One, two, one, two, ready, and.
Good evening, everyone. Let's give a round of applause to the 5th, 6th, and junior high band. Fantastic performance so far. Good job, guys and gals. In case you don't know, my name is Mario Hernandez. I am the Vice President of the East Liverpool City School Board, and this is Tamar Cooper. We have the privilege tonight of being a part of this dedication to Mr. Don Kayaza. Many of you know who he was and how great he was for the program for East Liverpool City Schools. Mr. Roloff here will be giving some kind words of Mr. Don Kayaza.
Thank you very much. Many of you that know me, let me see a raise of hands of those that have me for band. Oh my gosh, you're all here. Anyhow, my name is Bob Roloff. I was director of the 6th to 8 bands here and assistant to the high school band here in East Liverpool from 1985 to 2006. This concert you're witnessing, Music in Our Schools Month concert, historically started in 1978. And we continued it on, and I want to thank all the directors for moving this concert and keeping it going and the tradition that it has set forth in this school district. It's fantastic. Support is unreal. I also want to thank our directors, Ms. Elena Cornfield and Mrs. Michelle Smith, for allowing this opportunity for the dedication. I would also like to thank the Board of Education, administration, teachers, students, and parents of East Liverpool for your continued support of these programs in our schools. Today we dedicate Mr. Donald Kayaza, who was a director here from 1988 to 2008, of the best damn band in the land, as he was labeled. And if any of you knew Mr. Kayaza, I know right now he's from above yelling at me because I'm talking too much. So I will get on with it because he's pushing me. He was known for his relentless pursuit of perfection and his takes second to no one attitude. I especially heard this before each of the band performances, and I attest this was a motivating factor in their high energy presentations. It was almost like electricity standing out on that football field. And if we had what we had today with the phones and videos, if I could have had a video of those those little speeches he gave those kids 2 minutes before they went on, they would have probably 3 million hits on YouTube because they were awesome. And when those kids came out on that field, it was like electric. And trust me when I tell you, it worked every single time. Mr. C had an undeniable ability of helping his students reach their fullest potential, reminding them it only takes a little more effort to go first class. I also remember hearing this, especially at our band leadership meetings, especially during summer band camp. And when the students were very tired, they needed encouragement to get the job done. He always ran those meetings extremely well and said those words every single time. His band was always his family, and many memories were created inside the band room up there. He truly cared for each and every student who walked through those band room doors, the many talks he had to help them through issues they were going through, and the many phone calls to parents to help put their children on the right track in life. And I also want to let's recognize his real family, Ms. Sharon Kayaza, who took care of not only the flag line all those years, but also the many details to keep this band program moving forward. And his pride and joy, his daughter Marissa. On the flag line, he always expressed his deepest love for her and how that kept his motivation to maintain the high standards he built for these bands. Everyone, please join me in the trademark he began that ended every band show. And I remember the first day he taught this. And if you guys want to join in with me, I'll count you off 4 counts, and we'll say the ending. 1, 2, 3, 4. ELHS band, yeah. Thank you. And before I leave, we have one more presentation here today. Over several years, a committee of Mr. Kayaza's band alumni worked hard and put together reunions for those who could attend, where many great memories were shared. After Mr. Kayaza's passing, they decided to continue to work on sharing his legacy and started a scholarship fund with money that was left in their account, along with donations from alumni and memorial gifts in memory of Mr. Kayaza. The scholarship is to benefit a deserving East Liverpool High School band senior. Last spring, Miss Alyssa Wyand was awarded the first scholarship in the amount of $1,000. We would like to encourage anyone who would like to donate toward the scholarship fund to reach out to either Mrs. Kayaza, his daughter Marissa, or Lori Lenave Burse, and they can let you know where to send your donation. This year, there will again be another $1,000 awarded in Mr. Kayaza's name. We are pleased to announce that this year's recipient is Mr. Aaron White. Congratulations, and we wish you luck as you enter the Dana School of Music at Youngstown State University in music composition with a focus on jazz piano. Congratulations. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Rollo. On behalf of the East Liverpool City School Board, we would like to dedicate the band room to Mr. Don Kayaza. Mr. C. Thank you, everyone. And I think they're going to be doing the raffle right now.
This is for the bouquet. Okay, I have the raffle ticket for the lottery bouquet first. So if you've got your raffle tickets handy, here is the winner, 044400170. Last four numbers are 0170. Anybody? No? 017. Hey! Oh, seriously? Nice job, Mrs. Tenney. Yay! Okay, so before the high school band moves on with their portion of the concert, we were asked and we agreed to perform a piece of music in honor of Mr. Kayaza. It might seem like an odd choice, but if you are familiar with East Liverpool and the legacy of Mr. Kayaza, then you are familiar with the song, The Horse. You are probably familiar with our school district and with the long legacy of Don Kayaza and this particular song. You've probably heard it before. It is performed at the beginning of every single home basketball game, and it has become a legacy. And when this song is played, when the pep band performs this piece of music, the feeling in the gymnasium is just electric, and it is an incredible feeling. So in honor of Mr. Kayaza, and I think probably very fitting to those who know him, we are going to perform for you The Horse. So here we go. Okay, so we're going to have a bit of an awkward transition here because we have to move pretty much all of the percussion equipment from over here with the junior high band over to the high school band. So I'm going to do my best to fill that space with as little awkwardness as possible. We're off to a great start. Anyway, all right, so this evening, the high school band is going to perform 3 pieces for you. I'm going to do all of my talking now so that I don't have to do it later. We're just going to play all of them straight through without any talking in between. So the first piece that we're going to play for you this evening is Adrenaline Engines, written by Randall Standridge. Okay, he has become one of the most well-known current band composers particularly for high school band. He's very well known, especially right now. So we're going to perform a piece by him, very exciting. The second piece of music that we're going to perform for you this evening, Mrs. Smith spent a lot of time talking about program music. The second one is very programmatic. The title of the piece of music, The Great Locomotive Chase, ought to give you a pretty good idea of what you're going to be hearing. So we should be able to help you envision a locomotive race, basically. So that will be our second piece of music. And then finally, our third piece of music this evening is Quad City Stomp. It is another very exciting, thrilling piece of music that might help you. It probably will give you kind of visions of maybe walking through downtown of a big metropolitan area, lots of people, busy, lots of cars and taxis and things like that. So that's going to be our third and final piece this evening. It's looking like we might be getting close to being ready here, so I'm going to go ahead and Lucas is shaking his head no. All right, I'm going to go ahead and have the high school band play actually a couple of warm-ups just to kind of give them an opportunity to get some good sounds in their ears here and some good tones, and then we are going to go ahead and perform our pieces for you. So I hope you enjoy. Let's go ahead and do long tones 1. Long tones 1. Percussion. No percussion. Long tones 1, no percussion. Okay. Here we go. Long tones 1. Long tones 1. Listen and adjust. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready. Let's wake them up. Focus. Focus. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready.
Yep. Be confident. You got this. Be confident. Okay? Be confident. You got this. I know. Not a care in the world. It's just you and me. Here we go. We get to make music together. There's nothing else matters. Here we are. Ready?
So before we finish our concert this evening, one final piece, I really just want to thank you all for being here. Nothing about any of this is easy. Not a single thing. From the students sitting over in the 5th grade band who are just learning how to make these sounds on their instruments, to the students that are sitting behind me, some of them who have been working on this for 8 years. Nothing about this is easy. These kids are learning so much more than notes and how to play an instrument. They're learning about perseverance. They're learning about grit. They're learning how to stick to something and how to see it through and how to work on something even when they struggle, and to move forward and to keep trying even when they're struggling. That is really hard, and it has become so much harder just in the past couple of years, and these kids are doing it every single day, and I could not be more proud of them. So very, very good, very proud of you all, very proud of you all. All right, so our final piece this evening is Quad City Stomp. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.